to Kronos.
Death to Kronos.
Hades 2 has officially been nominated for Game of the Year 2025, and the entire gamer community is melting down over it. This sequel didn't just meet expectations, it shattered them. Today we're breaking down exactly how Hades 2 earned its nomination, what makes it special, and whether it stands a real chance against 2025's insane competition. So as a sequel, Hades 2 didn't just replicate the magic of the first game, it evolved it. Bigger systems, deeper lore, more stylish combat, more emotional storytelling, and way more witches. So how did a roguelike become one of the most talked about games of the year? Let's dive in. Hades 2 puts us in the shoes, or boots, of Melinoe, the witchy, determined, incredibly powerful sister of Zagreus. She's a perfect evolution of the franchise. Fast, stylish, layered in spellcraft, and armed with a personality that can rival any god on the roster. This time, we're not escaping the underworld. We're going to war with the god of time himself, Kronos. The stakes are higher, the enemies are deadlier, and the entire world feels charged with ancient arcane energy. Supergiant Games didn't just expand the original, they built an entire new combat ecosystem around spellcasting, rituals, resource gathering, and familiars. It feels like Hades, but it plays like Hades 2.0. The new magic system is a game changer. Melee attacks flow directly into spellcasting, which flows into special attacks, which then trigger boons, and suddenly you're chaining combos like you're in a Greek mythology anime. The pace, the weight, the clarity, everything feels dialed in. Hades 2 has some of Supergiant's strongest writing yet. The dialogue is sharp, emotional, funny, and packed with mythology. The interactions feel more personal than ever before. You're not just running for loot, you're running for characters. You care about these gods, these witches, and these immortals. The environments are jaw-dropping, from moonlit forests to eerie underground sanctuaries. Every biome feels handcrafted. There's more lore, more secrets, more world building, and more atmosphere than the original ever had room for. The art direction is flawless again, and the soundtrack. Darren Korb has no business going this hard for a roguelike. The music earned a nomination, and rightly so. Hades 2 launched polished, which these days, as we all know in 2025, that alone earns some respect. There's some smooth gameplay, clean performance, responsive controls, the game works, and us as players, we really notice that. The community response has been explosive. Fan art everywhere, lore essays longer than Homer's Odyssey, cosplay, memes, TikToks, you name it. Speedrunners immediately jumped on Hades 2 and started discovering broken builds, insane spell interactions, and movement tech that looked like sorcery. Players love supporting Supergiant because the studio consistently delivers passion, polish, and personality. Hades 2 is no exception. It's a masterclass in how to make a sequel. Hades 2 is the only Game of the Year nominee this year that blends roguelike design with deep narrative progression and spellcraft customization. It's a hybrid that carved out its own lane. You know, one of the best things about roguelikes, that the game isn't just 20 hours long. It's 20 hours times infinity. Every run brings new builds, new dialogue, new interactions. That repeatability makes it stand tall amongst massive open world titles. One of the best things about the game is you don't need to be a roguelike veteran to enjoy Hades 2. The game respects your time, supports different playstyles, and rewards experimentation. Okay, so the big question then, does Hades 2 actually have a shot at winning Game of the Year 2025? Here's the truth. Hades 2 is absolutely a top contender, but this year is stacked with massive cinematic blockbusters, RPG giants, and the technical masterpieces. As for the strengths that give it a chance, the consistent polish, the masterful art and music, progressive combat evolution, emotional narrative depth, insane replayability, and a massive cultural impact. But challenges exist. Hades 2 is still a roguelike, and some voters prefer huge, traditional AAA experiences, and 2025 has some heavy hitters that checked every cinematic box. My verdict is Hades 2 has earned its nomination without question, but is it the frontrunner? Not necessarily. It is stylish, magical, and wildly replayable, and it stands confidently amongst its competitors. So what do you guys think? Did Hades 2 earn its spot as one of the best games of 2025? Does it have a real shot at taking home the crown? Or is it simply the indie titan holding its own in a year of giants? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button harder than Milinowy Blast Kronos, and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest game of the year. And remember, no run is wasted, because every run is legendary.